Hello everyone and welcome to 2023. I apologize for the lack of videos so far this year. I have been sick, which you can probably hear a little bit of in my voice. I'm still recovering from that, but I have recovered enough to be able to actually talk. So that's good. So I wanted to make this brief video talking about some things that I'm looking forward to this year in Star Citizen. I'm sure that you guys are probably sick and tired of all the videos talking about, is this gonna be a good year for Star Citizen? Is this year gonna flop for Star Citizen? Etc, etc. Everyone's covering that kind of stuff. I don't want to get into that. I just want to talk about 5 things that I am personally looking forward to seeing and hopefully seeing more of this year in Star Citizen. So without any further ado, let's jump into that list. The first thing I wanted to talk about is something that's probably on everybody's list, and that is Pyro. Pyro looks absolutely fantastic. Getting a second system in the game is going to be a huge milestone for Star Citizen. All of the planets look super cool, super diverse, and very interesting, and having more planets and more space to explore is just amazing and a huge step forward for the game, especially for exploration gameplay, more missions, just more places to go and explore in the verse. All of the locations look fantastic. The Pyro space stations especially are so interesting looking with their different designs, the absolutely colossal stations with communities and markets and almost entire cities built up inside of them. Just looks absolutely fantastic. I cannot wait for Pyro to come this year, hopefully in 4.0, so that we can get out there and explore a whole new universe in Star Citizen. So that's something that I am personally looking forward to a lot this year. That'll probably be more towards the end of this year when Pyro finally makes it onto the live servers, but I am so excited to visit Pyro and see all of the new things that CIG has in store for us over there in Pyro. The second thing that I wanted to talk about that I'm excited to see this year goes hand in hand with Pyro system, and it's better planets. The planets in the Pyro system overall, as far as what we've seen from presentations at CitizenCon and inside Star Citizen videos, all of the planets in the Pyro system look extremely interesting, with very interesting rock formations, outposts, and really cool areas of interest to visit on those planets. I'm extremely excited to visit those planets, but I'm also very much excited for improvements to the planets in the Stanton system as well. I know that Hurston rework is coming along nicely, the rework of the Lorville city, as well as adding rivers and outposts and other such points of interest to the planet of Hurston. And I would really love to see more of that love be extended to the various other planets in the Stanton system as well. The various moons around Crusader, Microtech, Hurston, and ArtCorp. I would love to see ArtCorp get redone to bring it a little bit more alive, add some extra points of interest on the ArtCorp planet itself, because as of right now, unfortunately, all we really have is Area 18, and it's the only planet in the Stanton system that doesn't have those wonderful volumetric clouds on it as of yet. There's not a whole lot of reason to visit Area 18 right now, and I really would love that to change because it is one of my favorite landing zones in the game. I love Area 18 a lot. I think that just adding more points of interest to all of the planets and moons in the Stanton system will go a long way to making the game feel even more diverse and even larger, even within the confines of the Stanton system, with just more variety and more things to visit and see and do in the game. So I'm very much looking forward to all these planet improvements that they have planned going forward into 2023. And also there are some of my hopes on what they could also do with some of the planets. So I'm very excited about that. The next thing I'd like to talk about is modularity. Modularity is something that it seems like CIG a lot of the times doesn't really want to talk about much, but with the release of the Galaxy and their announcement that it is in active development, it does renew my hopes that modularity is actually going to exist in the game. And potentially, if we see the Galaxy come this year, we may see modularity for several other ships also start to sneak its way into the verse. Ships such as the Vanguard series or the Retaliator, which have promised modularity, as well as the Caterpillar and the Carrack, which are also supposed to be somewhat modular ships. I would love to see that kind of modularity, add some extra variety into what players can do while they're in the verse, with the various ships swapping out modules and really customize their ships to be exactly the kind of ship that they would like them to be. So I'm very excited about modularity. I'm not 100% sure if we will see modularity make it into the verse this year, but with everything that we've seen on the Galaxy itself so far, I think it sounds pretty promising. So I'm definitely very excited about that. I'm looking forward to at least hearing a little bit more information, even if we don't get full modularity in the game this year. We should at least get more information on that. The fourth thing that I'm looking forward to hearing more about this year is server meshing. Of course, everyone is excited about server meshing. It has kind of become a meme in the Star Citizen community that server meshing will never come out, but with the addition of persistent entity streaming and some of the sharding functionality in 3.18, I feel like it may be a safe bet to say that we could see implementations of server meshing finally make it into Star Citizen by the end of the year. It's not a guaranteed thing, but I feel like we can be reasonably hopeful that we can see at least a Tier 0 implementation of their server meshing system make it into the verse by the end of this year. That would be very exciting to see. It should improve server performance, it should improve tick rates, performance on lower end machines, as well as hopefully improvements to the AI, which is something that definitely needs work in the game, because nothing is more immersion breaking than walking into a room in a landing zone or a station and seeing 20 NPCs all standing in a line T-posing. So if they can improve the server performance, that should help improve the AI performance. That should make battling against the AI, whether in FPS combat or space combat, feel a lot nicer, make it a little bit more difficult, as well as just improve the general immersion of the game itself. So that's another thing that I'm definitely looking forward to seeing and hearing more about this year in Star Citizen. The final thing that I'm looking forward to hearing more about this year in Star Citizen is something that probably everyone can relate to, and that is Squadron 42. I think that this is a year where we may be hearing a lot more about what's going on in Squadron 42. From the presentations shown in last year's CitizenCon, I feel pretty confident to say that Squadron 42 is in a fairly solid spot from a developmental standpoint. We definitely won't be getting Squadron 42 this year, but I think that this is the year that they're going to be pushing towards the road to release for Squadron 42, and we may see that coming within maybe 2024 or 2025. Late 2024 or early to mid 2025 is my current estimation as to when we may see Squadron 42, based on everything that we see on the roadmap and everything that we've seen in CitizenCon so far. I am so excited for Squadron 42, a single-player game based in the universe of Star Citizen with the mechanics of Star Citizen, with the all-star cast that they have shown off. All of the gameplay that they've shown off just makes me so excited to see more about this project. So that's another thing that I'm definitely looking forward to hearing more about this year. So, those are the 5 things that I'm personally looking forward to seeing and hearing more about in Star Citizen in the year of 2023. Guess we'll see at the end of the year how many of these things how many of my wishes were actually fulfilled, but that's my current wish list for this year for Star Citizen. Leave a comment down below letting me know what are 5 things that you would like to hear more about this year regarding Star Citizen. If you haven't done so already, please make sure to subscribe to my channel for more awesome videos like this and to help support me. Also, feel free to join the channel membership for early access to videos, extra emotes and perks in my live stream chats, and more. And come and join the Discord channel to chat with me and other awesome peeps from the Star Citizen community. Anyways, thank you all so very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the verse.